In 2019, the day the college entrance exam results were announced in Chongqing City. At Tianhu Residential Complex, a young man stared at his phone screen, the exam results displayed before him. Ryan in Chinese, 91. Math, 90. English, 110. Science, 132. Total score, 423. Ryan looked at his scores and knew he was toast. The numbers weren't terrible, but they weren't great either, just enough to scrape into a lower-tier, second-rate university. Ding! The lifetime luck system has been activated. A voice echoed in Ryan's head. He stayed calm. After the grueling college entrance exams, Ryan had binged countless web novels and was no stranger to this kind of plot twist. System, he thought to himself. The lifetime luck system is at your service, the system replied. Congratulations, host. You've received the blessing of fortune. For every second you exist, you'll earn 0.1 yuan. Despite his mediocre math score, Ryan quickly did the mental math. At 0.1 yuan per second, that's 6 yuan a minute, 360 yuan an hour, 8,640 yuan a day, and 259,200 yuan a month. His annual income would exceed 3 million yuan. This blessing alone put Ryan ahead of 99% of the population. The lifetime luck system projected more details into his mind. Host, Ryan in level, LV1, blessing, 0.1 yuan per second. Experience, 0/100, 000. Appearance score, 70. Ryan frowned. He was a tall guy with sharp brows and bright eyes. Yet his appearance score was only a 70? As he mulled this over, his phone pinged with a message from the Penguin class group chat. Ryan opened it to check. Simon He, the class president of class 12-6, was tagging everyone. As an admin, he had the power to it all. Simon, hey everyone, exam results are out today. Congrats to those who aced it. And for those who didn't, let's blow off some steam. I say we hit up Peach Blossom Hot Pot tonight. Very chew. I'm in. I nailed it this time. Leaped over the Dragon Gate for sure. My mock exams were around 550, but I scored 601 on the real deal. Gotta celebrate. Kenny Lee, count me in. I bombed though. Usually scored over 500, but this time I got a measly 462. Probably stuck with a second-tier school. I need to drown my sorrows tonight. Fiona's son. Peach Blossom Hot Pot sounds good. I'm in. Lily Lee. +1 I'm in. Kevin Zhou. At Tina Lee, you coming. Goddess. Tina Lee was the undisputed academic star and beauty of class 12-6. Not only was she brilliant, but she also had a sweet, innocent charm, stood 5 feet 6 inches, and had a figure that was, well, impressive for her age. Total unfair advantage. Kevin's question echoed the unspoken hopes of every guy in class 12-6, including Ryan. Sure, Ryan had a bit of crush on Tina. Who wouldn't? But back in school, he was just an average student with below-average grades. Even if he was decently good-looking, he wasn't exactly drop-dead gorgeous material. So, his relationship with Tina never went beyond classmate. Tina, at Ryan and you coming Ryan? Ryan had been lurking in the group chat. As he'd said, he and Tina were just classmates. So why was she suddenly tagging him and asking if he'd show up? Simon saw Tina tag Ryan, and jealousy flared up instantly. Everyone in class 12 out of 6 knew Simon had a thing for Tina. He was the top student with a solid family background. Nobody outdid him in both brains and status. In his mind, Tina was already his girlfriend. Simon, at Ryan and, yo, what did you score? Barry, Simon's loyal sidekick, jumped in to back him up, sensing a chance to dunk on Ryan. Barry, based on Ryan's last 3 mock exams, I'm guessing no more than 450, right? Truth be told, Ryan's actual score wasn't far off. His mock exams have been a decent predictor. Kenny, at Ryan and, you joining us or what? Ryan scrolled back through the chat. Simon had already bragged once, flexing his 626 score, a real overachiever move. That was 203 points higher than Ryan's. If Ryan showed up to the gathering, Simon would probably strut around like a peacock. Ding. A random quest. High school class reunion. Option 1. Host attends a high school class reunion, receiving a Porsche 911 Turbo S 3.8T and master level driving skills. Option 2. Host declines the high school class reunion, receiving the titled Turtle Ninja. Note 1. System rewards are sourced from various financial markets, derived from untraceable legal funds, posing no financial or legal risks. Note 2. Driving skills will be instilled through muscle memory and cognitive integration, with all drivers' license legalities and authenticity handled at a causal level. Host, please use with confidence. With options like that, was there even a choice? Option 1. Ryan decided in his head. Ding. The system is processing your reward. The Porsche 911 Turbo S 3.8T will be delivered this afternoon. Please stay tuned for further system notifications. The system is now granting master-level driving skills. A flood of information surged into Ryan's mind, all related to driving. In an instant, he knew how to drive, and not just drive, but handle a car like a pro. This system was unreal. No wonder it was called the Lifetime Luck System, designed to catapult you to the top. After receiving his rewards, Ryan went back to scrolling through the Class 12-6 group chat. He could see right through the scheming behind the messages, or rather, everyone could. It was all out in the open. These days, nobody's that clueless. Simon was a well-known rich kid in the class, with solid grades and a generous streak, and the class president title to boot. Most people were happy to sit back and watch the drama unfold, or even help Simon take a jab at Ryan. Having chosen option 1, Ryan typed a response in the group. Ryan, at Tina Lee. Since class pres Simon's calling, I'm definitely in. Ryan, at Simon He. I did all right, scored 423. Should be enough for vocational college. What about you, Simon? What's your score? Ryan knew exactly what he was doing, tossing Simon an easy chance to flex. And Simon wasn't about to let that stage go to waste. Simon, I did decent this time, exceeded expectations. Got 626. So I'm set for university. Oh, at Tina Lee. I'm aiming for Moda University. You still set on food on? Ryan nearly laughed out loud at Simon's blatant bragging. Already showing off, huh? 626 points. And he's acting like it's a big deal? Honestly, with Ryan now pulling in 3 million yuan a year, did college entrance exam scores even matter anymore? How many top graduates from Tsinghua or Imperial University could boast an annual salary of 3 million? Tina, at Ryanin, keep it up. See you tonight. Tina completely ignored Simon. That snub sent Simon's blood boiling. His score was over 200 points higher than Ryan's, and he was clearly the standout in Class 12-6. Ryan? Just some nobody. So why was Tina paying more attention to him? Fuming, Simon shot off private messages to his crew, plotting to humiliate Ryan at the gathering and put him in his place. By 3 p.m., Ryan got another system notification, alerting him that the Porsche 911 Turbo S was about to be delivered. He couldn't help but wonder how the system would pull this off. Less than a minute later, his phone rang. Hello, is this Ryan? This is Shunfoam Express. You got a package. Are you available to receive it now? The delivery guy asked briskly. Ryan replied, no problem. I'll be right down. Moments later, Ryan signed for the package. As expected, inside the express box was a Porsche car key. As he held it, the system pinged again. The corresponding reward is parked at Lot 188, Level B3 of the Xingwang Tianyi Mall parking garage. Please retrieve it yourself. The system provided detailed instructions. Xingwang Tianyi was a trendy, upscale shopping mall catering to the high-end crowd. Ryan knew the place well. Clutching the Porsche 911 Turbo S key, he headed to Xingwang Tianyi. Soon after, he found the car as directed. It was painted in Porsche's iconic Miami blue, a vibrant sky blue shade, equipped with Porsche's 4-point matrix headlights and massive alloy wheels. It was a total head-turner. With 650 horsepower, 800 newton-meters of torque, all-wheel drive, and PDK transmission with launch control, it could rocket from 0 to 100 kilometers per hour in just 2.7 seconds. How could that not get your blood pumping? The license plate was just as meaningful. Sheng AL 888. AL stood for Ryan in, and 888 was a lucky repeating number. The more Ryan looked at the car, the more he loved it. Sure, it wasn't as pricey as a Ferrari or Lamborghini, but he was obsessed. Unable to wait, he unlocked the car, slid into the driver's seat, and fired up the beast. Thanks to his master-level driving skills, Ryan felt completely at ease with the car's performance. Even with its blistering 2.7 0 to 100 kilometers per hour acceleration and 650 horsepower. He handled it like it was second nature. The Miami Blue Beast obeyed his every command. Too bad Chongqing was a hilly city with no proper racetracks to unleash the car's full potential. Street racing? Hard pass. Ryan was already living the high life. Why risk it? Why tempt fate with a freak accident? As a future mogul with big dreams, Ryan figured it was better to play it smart than to clash with the reckless. Around 6 p.m., he remembered the class reunion. He punched the address into the navigation and drove the Porsche 911 Turbo S to Peach Blossom Hot Pot. When Ryan pulled up to Peach Blossom Hot Pot, he circled twice but couldn't find a parking spot. With no other choice, he brazenly parked his Porsche 911 Turbo S right in front of the restaurant's parking lot entrance, nearly blocking the way. A hostess hurried over, politely saying, "Excuse me, sir, you can't park here." Ryan responded casually, "I'm eating at your place. I'll park here for now. If a spot opens up, just let me know, and I'll move it." As he spoke, he slipped a 100 yuan bill into her hand. Just 100 yuan. Back in the day, Ryan would have cringed at the thought of parting with it. Scratch that. Back in the day, he wouldn't have even considered it. But now, a guy pulling in 3 million yuan a year? Big shot vibes, baby. And the kind of money that just rolls in while he's chilling. The hostess, initially hesitant, accepted the 100 yuan with a bright smile and promised to notify him the moment a car left. Ryan strolled into Peach Blossom Hot Pot. He'd seen the group chat. 39 classmates were showing up, and Simon had reserved a large private room with 4 tables. As Ryan entered, he scanned the room. Almost everyone was already there, including Tina Lee, seated at table 1. Simon, shameless as ever, had snagged a seat to her right, with Fiona's son on her left. When Ryan's eyes landed on Tina and Fiona, the lifetime luck system suddenly chimed in. Ding! Would you like to activate the information scan system? Ryan, obviously, chose yes. The information scan system kicked in, gathering data on Tina Lee and Fiona's son. Tina Lee, age 18, beauty score 96, figure score 94, special trait 99. Fiona's son, age 18, beauty score 70, figure score 82, special trait 85. Notes: beauty scores are subjective, based on the host's aesthetic preferences. Those matching the host's taste receive higher scores. Special trait scores are based on lifestyle and health, with lifestyle accounting for 90%. A special trait score below 80 indicates a 99% chance of being pre-owned if the individual maintains an exclusive intimate relationship with the host. The special trait score fluctuates minimally based on health. Ryan instantly grasped what special trait meant. The so-called pre-owned wasn't about Porsche, it was internet slang for secondhand goods. This information scan system was like a lightning rod. It could steer Ryan clear of trouble and keep him from taking a stroll on the Great Plains. Truly worthy of a lifetime luck system. Ryan, you're late. Simon called out first. This table's full. Find somewhere else to sit. Tina was at table 1, and Simon clearly wanted to keep Ryan far away. Ryan just smirked, ignoring Simon, and headed straight for table 4. Table 4 had only 3 girls so far: Lily Lee, Cindy Song, and Jessica Zhang. Back in 11th grade, a rumor about Cindy had spread around school, only for the gossiping student to get a stern talking to from the police. That's when everyone learned Cindy's family had serious connections. Because of that, Cindy kept her distance from most classmates, which explained why, despite 3 girls at table 4, no one else had joined them. Ryan walked over and flashed a grin. "Hey ladies, long time no see. Mind if I join you?" Cindy glanced at Ryan. She wasn't the glamorous type, more athletic and strong. She nodded. "Sure, go ahead." As Ryan sat down, Tina stood up from table 1, walked over, and plopped down right next to him. "Ryan, you cool with me sitting here?" she asked casually. Her move drew every eye in the room toward Ryan. No one could figure out why Tina was so openly approaching him. First in the group chat, now here. If this was the old Ryan, he'd have been a nervous wreck, probably blushing like crazy. At 18, he was still a bit of a shy mess back then. But now, Ryan was a high roller, not some insecure kid. "Whoa, goddess, we don't exactly hang out much, do we? You trying to use me as a human shield or something?" Ryan teased with a playful grin. Tina settled in on his right, unfazed. "Remember that Friday afternoon in 11th grade when we got a half day? We stayed late to clean up, and it started pouring." Ryan nodded. "Yeah, I lent you my umbrella, right?" Tina confirmed with a smile. "Something like that. The thing is, it was just an umbrella." Ryan quipped. "Even if I didn't lend it to you, someone else would have. You know what I mean." Tina was undeniably stunning. A 96 beauty score? Come on, that's no joke. Let's be real. An umbrella? Every guy in class 12-6 would have tripped over themselves to offer one. Tina smiled softly. If it was just an umbrella, I wouldn't have cared. But what if there was a love letter tucked inside it? Ryan froze, utterly baffled. He had no memory of slipping a love letter into that umbrella. Ryan, back in the day, was just an ordinary guy. Sure, he had a crush on Tina Lee. Who didn't? Most of the guys in the class felt the same way about her. The prettiest girl in class 12-6? Who wouldn't be into her? A love letter. Simon, trailing behind, let out a cold scoff, glaring at Ryan with obvious hostility. Fiona's son jumped in, teasing, while Ryan didn't see that coming. Sneaking a love letter to Tina? Such a shame. I was secretly crushing on you. Ryan gave Fiona a wry look. He knew her little devil personality all too well. Believe Fiona? Huh. As if. Goddess, you sure you're not mixing things up? I'm telling you. I didn't send any love letter, Ryan said calmly, his new high-roller confidence keeping him unfazed. A flicker of surprise passed through Tina's eyes. She'd expected Ryan to panic or fumble. I know it wasn't you. The signature wasn't yours, Tina said, smoothly defusing the situation. Ryan chuckled. See? The goddess is just too popular. Popular, huh? Tina raised an eyebrow. You're not rejecting me right now, are you? Before Ryan could reply, the door to the private room swung open, and Kevin Job burst in. Dude, rich people are on another level, Kevin announced loudly. Just saw a fully loaded Porsche 911 out front. Check the price, probably around 3 million yuan. And get this, it's parked right at the entrance to the Peach Blossom Hot Pot lot, blocking the whole way. Cars can't get in or out. Money really lets you do whatever, huh? Kevin threw in some trendy slang, trying to sound witty. Simon jumped in. A fully loaded 911? You mean a 911 Turbo S? Coupe or convertible? Coupe, Kevin replied. I posted a video in the class group. Check it out. This thing's straight up arrogant. Everyone in the room whipped out their phones, even Tina. But she noticed Ryan didn't bother looking, and she quietly tucked that detail away. Simon watched the video and sighed dramatically. This Porsche is sick, and it's legit worth 3 million yuan. Way out of her league. Kevin echoed the sentiment, jealous and impressed. If you're not born with that kind of cash, you're pretty much never touching one. Fiona frowned. Isn't a Porsche 911 like just over 1 million? Simon seized the chance to show off his knowledge. Not this one. This is the fully loaded version. 3.8T turbo engine, 650 horsepower, PDK transmission with 800 Newton meters of torque. It goes from 0 to 100 kilometers per hour in 2.7 seconds. He went on, a 911 like this? Most Ferraris and Lamborghinis have to watch their backs. Insiders call it the Beast Slayer. A faint smile played on Ryan's lips as he chimed in. Not bad, class prez. You really know your stuff. Simon squinted at Ryan, suspicious. They'd never been close. And after Tina tagged Ryan in the group chat, they'd been subtly at odds. Then there was that love letter jab from Tina, which had only fueled Simon's resentment. Now Ryan was suddenly praising him. Simon felt a twinge of unease, like something was off. Kevin, who'd arrived late and missed the earlier tension, didn't pick up on the vibe. After Ryan's compliment, he awkwardly added, yeah, class prez is the real deal. Compared to him, I'm just a fake car nerd. Tina, hearing Ryan praise Simon, reopened the group chat and pulled up the video. She took a screenshot, zoomed in on the license plate, and studied it. Sheng AL 888. Tina pieced it together. AL for Ryan in, and 888 for triple luck. Combining that with Ryan's praise of Simon, a spark of realization lit up her eyes. Ryan, AL 888. Ryan striking it rich? Tina was certain now, a slight smile curling her lips. This round, Simon was about to get crushed. Tina glanced at Simon with a hint of pity. He'd been hyping up that Porsche 911 like it was untouchable, calling it a Beast Slayer and a top-tier performance monster. And it belonged to Ryan? If Simon found out, would he even be able to handle it? Simon was still waxing poetic. A supercar like this? I'm out of luck for life. 3 million yuan. Who even has that kind of money for a Porsche 911? Kevin nodded. Yeah, man. Just a bit more, and you could get a Ferrari or Lamborghini. A Porsche 911 is still just a Porsche, missing that extra bit of class. Exactly, Simon agreed. It's just a little short of. Before he could finish, the hostess walked in, scanned the room, and looked at Ryan. Excuse me, sir. Could you please move your car? Another guest needs to leave, she said politely. Ryan stood up, nodding. Sure thing. With that, he left the room. The entire room fell silent, everyone's minds racing to the Porsche blocking the parking lot entrance. The spacious private room of Class 12 of 6 fell into a heavy silence. Simon's face was as red as a tomato, replaying his earlier gushing about the Porsche 911 Turbo S and how Ryan had encouraged him. It felt awful. Simon suddenly realized he'd been played like a clown. He also caught the real meaning behind Ryan's praise. Wasn't Ryan mocking him for knowing so much about a car he could never afford? Simon clenched his fists, his expression shifting rapidly, before finally loosening his grip. Like he'd said, who would actually splash out on a top-tier Porsche 911? Probably some loaded Tycoon. At around 3 million yuan, Simon knew Ryan was in a completely different league. Competing with him? That'd just be asking for humiliation. The awkward silence stretched for nearly half a minute until Kevin Zhou blurted out, "Holy crap. That car's Ryan's." He went on, Yeah, the license plate. Sheng 888. Doesn't that read like Ryan striking it rich? Dude's loaded. Kevin's words drew every eye to Tina Lee. Before, no one could figure out why she'd been so friendly with Ryan. Both in class and now sitting next to him. Now that Ryan had revealed his Porsche 911 Turbo S, the classmates seemed to have their answer. Despite the skeptical stares, Tina didn't bother explaining. She didn't actually know anything about Ryan's situation. Her reason for approaching him was simple. He wasn't annoying. Unlike someone like Simon, who was just exhausting. Soon, Ryan returned to the room, and the way everyone looked at him had changed. A few girls shot him fiery glances, but Ryan made a beeline for Tina. As he sat down, Fiona's son wasted no time. "So that car is really yours?" Ryan nodded. "Yup, over 3 million. Fiona pressed. "Well, a bit less. Landed price, not counting the plate, was 2.9 million. Ryan clarified. "What's the difference?" Fiona pouted. "Huge difference. 100 grand's a big deal," Ryan said with a grin. 100 grand was almost half a month's income for him. After Ryan and Fiona finished, Tina spoke up. "If I said I had no idea your family was that rich, would you believe me?" "I believe you," Ryan said firmly. He genuinely did. Sure, Ryan's family had some money, a small construction company with assets over 10 million yuan, decent by normal standards. But dropping nearly 3 million on a sport car for him? No way. Plus, that car came from the peak life system. Until today, even Ryan hadn't known it existed. So yeah, he totally believed Tina. Tina seemed to let out a small sigh of relief before saying softly, "Sorry about earlier. I was just fed up with Simon. Hope you're cool with it." Ryan had already figured she was using him as a shield. A stunner like Tina, with her A-tier looks. Falling for an ordinary guy like him? That had only happened in a dream. "I get it," Ryan replied with a smile. As Ryan and Tina chatted quietly, occasionally chuckling, the other classmates, guys and girls alike, had complicated looks on their faces. The girls were kicking themselves for missing out on a catch like Ryan, while the guys sighed, convinced Tina had already chosen him. With a near 3 million yuan car and her earlier behavior, they assumed she'd known about Ryan's wealth all along. Simon stayed dead silent. Since Ryan's return, he hadn't said a word. If he hadn't organized this gathering, he probably would have bolted already. In truth, the reunion wrapped up quickly. The hot pot session lasted barely an hour, and the planned karaoke after-party was quietly dropped without anyone mentioning it. With a big fish like Ryan around, the guys kept their distance, feeling a bit inferior in his presence. When the bill came, everyone split it evenly, and Ryan didn't try to cover it. In moments like this, footing the bill would only make people uncomfortable and come off as showing off. Human nature's funny like that. "Want a ride home?" Ryan asked Tina, taking the initiative. Tina was totally his type. Sweet, charming, 5 feet 6 inches with that goddess vibe and flawless fair skin. She checked every box. Why wouldn't he make a move? Sometimes, taking the lead creates the story. "Sure," Tina said, not playing coy at all. Ryan gallantly opened the passenger door of the Porsche 911 Turbo S, and Tina slid in. The scene didn't go unnoticed by their classmates. Were they quietly cursing him? Probably, but all they could do was curse in their heads. Inside the Porsche 911 Turbo S, Tina Lee, seated in the passenger seat, sparked up a conversation. "Which school are you planning to attend?" she asked. Ryan countered. "Heard you're aiming for Fudan University?" Tina nodded. "Yup," she added. "I'm thinking of majoring in journalism and communication." Ryan, keeping his eyes on the road, replied. That's a great choice. Fudan's journalism program is top tier. Fudan's journalism and communication program was one of its 4 crown jewels, practically untouchable in its field. Ryan continued, with my measly 400-something score, I'm not picking a school so much as a city. Tina sounded surprised. Ryan explained, my score's too low for any top schools. So I'm choosing a city I like first. Gotta be a developed one, at least. You think I'd end up at somewhere like Bosway Economics Academy? Bosway Economics Academy was a running joke in Chongqing City. It called itself an economics academy, but was stuck in a remote village on the outskirts of Chongqing. 30 kilometers from the nearest town. A place like that? Practically cursed. Which city do you like? Tina asked, curious. Ryan elaborated, when picking a city, I lean towards somewhere with a familiar vibe, but I'm ruling out Chongqing first. After all, Ryan had grown up in Chongqing. Staying here for college? No way he could stomach that. Since Chongqing folks love their spicy, numbing food, I'm ruling out most coastal and northern cities. That leaves Chengdu and Guiyang, Ryan said. Compared to Chengdu, Guiyang's a bit behind, economically, food-wise, and in terms of lifestyle. Chengdu's just better. You get me? He explained. Tina pushed back. Big cities have super diverse food scenes. Take Shanghai or Beijing. You can find dishes from all over the country. Ryan grinned. Am I hearing an invitation to Shanghai? Tina shot him a side eye. So full of yourself. You're seriously gorgeous, Ryan said with a laugh. Tina huffed, but the corners of her mouth curved upward. A little over 10 minutes later, Ryan dropped Tina off at her building. He took the initiative. Goddess, can I get your WeChat? Tina didn't hesitate, pulling up her QR code. Ryan wasn't a fan of QQ. That app had an annoying feature, showing friendship flames for frequent chats, plus small boats or yachts for closer connections. Talk about toxic design. Imagine Ryan chatting with 2 girls, both with flames, but one has a small boat and the other doesn't. Wouldn't the one without start wondering why? WeChat was way better. Straightforward messaging, customizable privacy settings for your moment's feed, friend grouping, and even dual account options. Perfect for Ryan's needs. If he weren't so insecure back then, with his charm, Ryan probably would have had a dozen girlfriends by now. By nearly 9 p.m., Ryan didn't drive the Porsche 911 Turbo S home. Explaining its origin would be tricky. Even though the system had handled all the legal purchase paperwork, it hadn't sorted out how to explain it to his parents. Ryan could only hope the lifetime luck system would take care of this little issue later. I'm back, Ryan called out as he stepped into the living room. His dad, Victorin, was watching the news. What's your score? He asked. Ryan's mom, Helen's son, also looked over. As expected, steady as always. Got 423. Should be enough for a second-tier school. Ryan said about his college entrance exam results. Victor asked calmly, which school are you thinking? I'm picking one in Chengdu, Ryan replied. Probably Chengdu Economics Academy. With my score, as long as I'm okay with being reassigned a major, I'm in. That works, Victor nodded. We're not meddling with your school choice. It's your path, your responsibility. Ryan was all for that. Back in his room, the lifetime luck system pinged with a notification. Ding! Congratulations, host, for showing off at the class reunion. You've earned 1 random reward draw. Would you like to draw now? Showing off gets rewards? Now that's interesting. Ryan thought, let's draw. Congratulations, host. You've received 1 million yuan in Tiger Tooth currency. The system has automatically registered a Tiger Tooth account for you, linked to your QQ account. You can log in directly via QQ. Ryan immediately asked, can I gift this Tiger Tooth money to myself and cash it out? No restrictions, the lifetime luck system replied. Ryan grinned. Now that's the lifetime luck system. No limits. That's what lifetime luck is all about. As for actually gifting it to himself, Ryan figured there was no need for that. Tiger Tooth currency wasn't like Tiger Tooth's golden beans. 1 Tiger Tooth coin was worth exactly 1 yuan, so 1 million Tiger Tooth coins equaled 1 million yuan. But cashing it out? That was a hassle. First, you had to register as a streamer and join a guild. With 1 million Tiger Tooth coins as a reward, per Tiger Tooth Live's rules, the platform took a 50% cut, and the guild skimmed another 10% to 20%. A new streamer would only pocket about 30% to 32%. If Ryan wanted to cash out his 1 million Tiger Tooth coins, he'd end up with 300,000 to 320,000 yuan before taxes through the streamer route. Then, he'd lose another 20% to personal income tax. In the end, he'd walk away with just 240,000 to 256,000 yuan in profit, barely a quarter of the original amount. That kind of conversion rate was unacceptable to Ryan. $1,000,000 shrinking to under 260,000? Way too much of a loss. If he kept the million Tiger Tooth coins on the Tiger Tooth live platform, wasn't that worth a full $1,000,000? Wouldn't it be better to use it to charm some female streamers? Ryan logged into Tiger Tooth Live with his QQ account, and sure enough, his account had 1,000,000 Tiger Tooth coins. In a split second, he was a big shot on the platform, but he didn't start throwing money around right away. Ryan loved watching female streamers, or rather, he hadn't yet learned to see through their polished facades. He wasn't some monk who could spot a fox spirit at a glance. Ryan didn't mind splashing 1,000,000 Tiger Tooth coins on rewards, but he'd be careful not to waste it on shady characters. That'd be a bit too creepy. The next day, while Ryan was playfully chatting with Tina Lee on WeChat, he got a call from Kyle Liu. He and Kyle were pretty tight. Bro, I got dumped. Want to grab a couple of drinks? Kyle got straight to the point. Ryan shot back. You and Daisy Ding weren't even dating, were you? Kyle had been crushing on Daisy Ding, but it was a one-sided thing. Classic you. Kyle groaned. Meet me at the usual spot. 5 p.m. I'm waiting. Oh, I also invited Kevin Zhou and Leo Liang. That cool. Ryan laughed. No problem. By the way, I saw in the group chat that you got a Porsche 911. Bring it to dinner. Yeah? I want to snap a few pics, Kyle added. Sure thing. Ryan agreed. See you at 5. The usual spot was a skewer grill joint near their school. Tasty, cheap, and a favorite among high schoolers. Around 5 p.m., Ryan rolled up in his Porsche 911 Turbo S. With no dedicated parking, he parked along the road. No trees around, so he figured he wouldn't get a ticket. Kyle and the others were already there. As Ryan parked, Kyle jogged over, eyeing the Miami blue Porsche, then sighed at Ryan. If I had this car, Daisy wouldn't have shot me down. Kevin chimed in. Girls like Daisy who chase money? Forget a Porsche 911. Even a BMW or Audi might not cut it. Leo piled on. I heard Daisy's hooking up with some old dude outside school. Stop being such a simp, man. Kyle snorted. His nickname was Simp, but getting called out like that stung. This car really cost $3 million? Kyle asked Ryan, curious. Bit less, Ryan replied. About $2.9 million, fully landed. Stop flexing. Kevin spat playfully. Goals. Leo echoed, also spitting for effect. Kyle sighed dramatically. Big shot. You need a sidekick? I'm ready to be your wingman. Ryan laughed, giving him a mock scolding. Cut it out. Let's eat. Aren't you supposed to be heartbroken? Tonight, it's the Three Heroes versus Lu Bu showdown. Kevin jumped in. Hell yeah. Three Heroes versus Lu Bu. You're a heavy drinker, right? We're taking you down tonight. Kyle, still sulking, perked up. Fine. I'll be Lu Bu tonight. At the grill joint's entrance, Ryan glanced at a sign. Spicy crawfish, 138 yuan for 5 kilos. Crawfish that cheap? Ryan asked casually. Kevin nodded. Yup. Every place is selling crawfish now. Prices keep dropping. Heard they're over-farming them, and the market's tanking. Want to get some? Ryan suggested. Kyle nodded enthusiastically. Let's do it. For of us. How about 10 kilos? 5 kilos spicy, 5 kilos garlic, Ryan said. And 2 cases of beer. 6 bottles each to start. Sound good? Kyle winced. 6 bottles to start. And 3 Heroes versus Lu Bu. Scared. Kevin taunted. Leo chuckled. You're crawling home tonight, buddy. Kyle scoffed. Me scared? While the group was having a blast at the grill joint, outside a tall, striking girl with fair skin and sharp features was filming Ryan's Porsche 911 Turbo S with her phone. Hey everyone, check this out, she said live streaming. Just spotted a fully loaded Porsche 911 Turbo S, probably worth around 3 million yuan. Outside the skewer grill, a sultry female streamer was live broadcasting Ryan's Porsche 911 Turbo S. She clearly knew her stuff, rattling off details with confidence. You doggo viewers know how beastly this Porsche 911 is? The streamer purred. It's got a 3.8T twin-turbo, 6-cylinder engine, pumping out 650 horsepower and 800 newton-meters of torque. Paired with Porsche's legendary PDK transmission and launch control, it hits 100 kilometers per hour in just 2.7 seconds. That kind of performance leaves most supercars in the dust, she exclaimed. Ferraris, Lamborghinis, McLarens. Most can't touch this Porsche 911. Doggo viewers, you better step it up. Once you snag a Porsche 911 like this, your little princess here might just marry the top whale on the leaderboard. The streamer played up the hype for her broadcast. Being a female streamer these days was tough. Without a big spending backer, no matter how gorgeous you were, breaking through was near impossible. And with a backer? Sure, you got their financial support, but you also had to deal with their physical demands. Inside the skewer grill, Ryan raised his glass. All right, simp, let's down 3 shots. Kyle's face was already flushed, and he slurred, No more shots. I'm done. Kevin whipped out his phone to record. You don't have to drink, but you know the rules. Admit defeat. And we're good. Ryan ignored the antics between Kevin and Kyle as a notification from the Lifetime Luck system popped up. Ding! Congratulations, host, for having a great time at the gathering. You've randomly earned a cashback reward of 1 to 100 times the cost of this meal. It's getting late. I'll cover the bill, Ryan said, standing up. Kevin, Leo, make sure Kyle gets home. Kevin and Leo didn't offer to split the bill. After all, Ryan rolled up in a near 3 million yuan Porsche. Nobody minded letting the big shot treat. At the cashier, Ryan said, Let's settle up. The owner, a woman in her 30s, responded promptly. Total 638 yuan. I'll round it down to 630. Here's the receipt. Ryan glanced at the receipt and paid 638 yuan via WeChat, not bothering with a discount. Ding! Congratulations, host, for randomly receiving 89x cashback on this meal. The corresponding amount has been deposited into the system and can be withdrawn anytime, anywhere. 638 yuan times 89 equaled 56,782 yuan. So, a single meal earned him over 50,000 yuan? The Lifetime Luck system was unreal. Back at the table, Kyle, half-dazed, mumbled, How much? I'll transfer you. Ryan laughed, waving him off. Forget the money. Get out of here. Kevin jabbed. Next time you get dumped, you're treating us. Piss off. Kyle shot back. The 4 left the grill joint. Kevin and Leo took Kyle home. His place was nearby, and they knew the way. Ryan headed toward his car, hearing the sultry streamer still hyping up the Porsche's specs from a distance. So, he was the only one who hadn't memorized stats that others forgot instantly. You doggo viewers, this Porsche 911 is near perfect, but it's got one serious flaw, the streamer explained. Ryan raised an eyebrow. A serious flaw in his car? In the streamer's live chat. Viewers were spamming comments like crazy. Streamer, watch out. Some creep's staring at you. Yo, streamer, someone's behind you. Holy crap. Streamer's getting ganked IRL. Streamer, turn around. Tease the random guy, streamer. Ryan, oblivious to the chat, asked directly, What's the flaw? The streamer jumped, spinning around to face Ryan, seeing him in a school uniform. She relaxed and replied, Kid, the flaw? The AC's got issues. Female passengers in the front seat always feel hot. She continued, Keep at it, young man. One day, when you can afford a car like this, you'll see just how obvious that flaw is. Ryan pulled out his car key and pressed the unlock button. The Porsche's 4-point matrix headlights and interior lights flared to life. Little princess, you feeling hot? Ryan asked with a grin. The live chat exploded. Keep at it. Young man, one day you'll afford it. Sorry, I already bought it. Is this a straight-up face slap? Another day of our princess getting owned. The flaw's too obvious. Princess, you feeling hot yet? Am I the only one thinking the streamer's in danger? Oh snap. The princess is about to get swept away by a whale. The streamer stood there, dumbfounded. What the hell was going on? Facing Ryan's teasing, the sultry streamer fired back instantly. Little streamer me, she huffed, quickly turning off her camera and shoving her phone screen toward Ryan. Take a look yourself. I've got over 10,000 fans. You call that a little streamer? Ryan glanced at the screen and saw her nickname, No Fox Spirit. He looked at her and said bluntly, Aren't you literally a fox spirit? Even with the camera off. The viewers in her live chat burst into laughter, flooding the screen with comments. Big Shot nailed it. Turn the camera back on. Show us the rich guy's face. Streamer is a fox spirit. No debate. Don't fall for it, Big Shot. That 10,000 is fake. Probably less than 100 real people. Before Ryan could read more, the streamer yanked her phone back and scanned the comments herself. After seeing them, she snapped, You doggo viewers. I'm your streamer. Say something nice, or I'm muting the whole lot of you. The doggo streamer, acting high and mighty? A small-time streamer with a bit of clout. Did she not realize how pathetic that was? No real fans, barely any leaderboard action. Such a tiny streamer, what a joke. Ever checked out a small streamer's daily revenue? Maybe 200 yuan tops? Ryan spoke up again. You're streaming on Tiger Tooth, right? The streamer blinked, caught off guard. I watch Tiger Tooth too. I know the popularity numbers aren't real viewers. Let's see, your VIP seats? Just over 20 people. Even if you multiply that by 5, that's barely 100. And your weekly leaderboard's not even at 1,000 yuan. Still saying you're not a small-time streamer. Ryan teased. The streamer's face darkened, a virtual question mark hovering over her. The chat erupted in laughter again. Big shots on fire. Totally owned the little streamer. Yo, what? 20-something VIPs and a leaderboard under $1,000. And she thinks she's a big deal? Hey, big shot bro, what's your Tiger Tooth account? You an Emperor? An Emperor account on Tiger Tooth was elite, 150,000 yuan to activate, plus 30,000 yuan monthly to maintain. Only the truly loaded could afford it. On Tiger Tooth, 8 out of 10 Emperor accounts were managed by companies. Of the remaining 2, one was usually someone splurging recklessly, bound to sell the account eventually. At most, one was held by a real player. Most wealthy users went for King accounts, 15,000 yuan to activate, 3,000 yuan monthly, or Duke accounts, 5,000 yuan to start, and 1,200 yuan monthly. Those are the choices for most rich users. The streamer saw the chat's questions. Noticing the new viewers and the buzz Ryan had unintentionally stirred. She asked, you got a Tiger Tooth account? A free-to-play account count? Ryan shot back. The chat went wild again, comments flying. At this moment, I just want to scream, oh snap. Big shot with a Porsche 911 is free-to-play? I'm free-to-play too. Free-to-play equals free-to-play. So I'm basically driving a Porsche? Math genius alert. What's this? Morals collapsing or humanity twisting. Thought he was a low-key whale. Turns out he's a free user. Streamer, you crying yet? Free-to-play forever. Free-to-play supreme. Free-to-play invincible. I spent 1 yuan on a fan badge. So, I'm richer than the Porsche bro now? The streamer wasn't fazed. Most users were free-to-play anyway. Little streamer, wanna hop in the car for a live broadcast? Ryan offered. The streamer countered, I'm busy. Ryan added, you know how to drive? If you do, you can film a stream from the car. The chat exploded again, openly inviting her to drive. Straight to the point, huh? Please, streamer, hold on to your last shred of dignity. I am gonna puke. Porsche bro, money really lets you do whatever. The streamer huffed softly. Lame. Ryan didn't miss a beat. Whoa, little streamer, you overthinking this. I've been drinking, so I can't drive. I also don't want to shell out for a driver. If you can drive, you take me home. Your payment? You get to test drive a top-tier Porsche 911 and stream it live. He added, just don't try to scam me. After Ryan's explanation, the chat went nuts again. Holy crap. Genius move. My bad, I misjudged Porsche bro. Now I get why he's got a Porsche, and I've got nothing. Saving money on a driver like that? So the little streamer got ahead of herself again? Stop talking. The streamer's about to cry at the street corner. The streamer stood there, stunned. What in the world was happening? Ryan drifted, over with slick moves that left the young streamer's scalp tingling. He'd said drive, and he meant drive, literally, as in a free ride. The sultry streamer eyed Ryan silently, only now noticing he'd definitely been drinking. How far's your place? She asked warily. Ryan saw through her caution and pulled up the navigation on his phone. Dropping it off at Starlight Plaza. That put you at ease. The streamer let out a quiet sigh of relief. Fine, I'll do a good deed then. Doggo viewers, your fox reminds you, don't drink and drive. And don't drive if you've been drinking. Ryan obediently slid into the passenger seat. He placed the car key in the center console storage compartment, and, as the streamer settled into the driver's seat, casually asked, you can drive, right? Of course, she replied confidently, starting the left-hand drive Porsche 911 with ease. I used to do part-time car show gigs. Ryan immediately activated the information scan system to check her out. Mao Yi-young, age 20, beauty score 93, figure score 93, special trait 93. The scan confirmed this sultry streamer wasn't some plastic surgery monster, and her special trait score was well above par. Ryan leaned his seat back slightly before giving orders. Driver, let's roll. Keep it slow and steady, he said, treating Mao Yi-young like an actual hired driver. Mao Yi-young set up her phone on a mount and resumed her live stream. Glancing at Ryan, she addressed her viewers. Dear doggo viewers, you hear that? This is the face of money talking. Ryan pretended not to hear. Opening the Tiger Tooth Live app on his phone and searching for Mao Yi-Yang stream, no Fox Spirit. As he'd seen earlier, her channel was struggling. She had just over 30 regular viewers, boosted slightly by the drama he'd sparked with her. As for her weekly leaderboard, pathetic. The top donor had barely given over 500 yuan, and ranks 2 through 10 didn't even add up to 1,000 yuan. Ryan checked her weekly growth value, 13,000, meaning she'd earned just over 1,300 yuan in rewards this week. It was Saturday, so that averaged about 200 yuan a day. Brutal. With a beauty score of 93, she was prettier than 90% of other beauties. A true 1 in 1,000 gem. Don't think 1 in 1,000 is common. With great U's 1.4 billion population, assuming an even gender split, that's 700 million women. If the average lifespan is 70 years and ages are evenly distributed, women aged 16 to 30 make up 1/5 of that, or 140 million. Filter for 1 in 1,000, and you're left with just 14,000 women nationwide. That many in a whole country. Is that a lot? Maybe a bit more in big cities. But for a stunner like her to be flopping so hard in the streaming world, little streamer, you're kind of pitiful, huh? Ryan said suddenly. Your weekly leaderboards barely got 50 people, and total rewards are just over 1,300 yuan. How are you this broke? Mao Yi-Yang, still driving, replied. I suck at singing, can't do sexy dances, don't get flirty hints. Love derailing conversations, and I'm not into groveling for whales. All I do is show these doggo viewers some tasty Shengqing eats. Getting over 1,000 yuan a week is pretty good, okay? Ryan laughed. This little streamer's got some spice. Mao Yang shot back. If you think I'm spicy, big shot, how about tossing some support my way? Ryan teased. I'm not short on cash to throw around. Just depends if your driving skills are up to par. The chat exploded with comments again. Man, I'm too slow. One holy crap rules the world. Finally, Porsche Bros driving again, and this time it's actual driving. Go, little streamer. Take down Porsche Bro and climb to the peak of life. Wait, public driving? Has the streamer fallen? Facing Ryan's teasing, Mao Yi-Yang smirked back. So, big shot, how's my driving? Pretty steady, right? Super comfy. Ryan tilted his head, eyeing her with interest. If the information scan system hadn't given her a 93 special trait score, he'd have thought she was a seasoned driver. Even if she wasn't a pro, she definitely wasn't a newbie behind the wheel. Not bad, not bad. Your driving's solid and comfy. I'm impressed. Ryan said. Mao Yi-Yang jumped on it. Well then, big shot. How about some support? Like, say, getting my weekly leaderboard to 1,000 yuan? It's been ages since I've seen that. The chat piled on, confirming that Mao Yi-Yang's leaderboard hadn't hit 1,000 yuan in forever. Truly a pitiful little streamer. At Starlight Plaza's double-decker underground parking garage, Ryan flat-out rejected Mao Yi-Yang's request. He locked the car, grinning at her. Thanks for the ride, little streamer. Saved me 88 yuan on a driver today. Super satisfied. As for that 1,000 yuan leaderboard thing, let's connect later. Next time we hang out, I'll make it up to you, he added. Mao Yi-Yang glared at him, huffing softly. Connect? How exactly? By phone, obviously. Ryan said, dead serious. You got my number? She asked, slightly thrown. Nope, Ryan admitted honestly. My WeChat, she pressed. Nope, he said, still truthful. So how are we supposed to connect? She shot back. Don't ask, it's fate. Ryan waved goodbye and sauntered toward the elevator. Mao Yi-Yang stared at his retreating figure, feeling utterly baffled. She thought he was playing hard to get, but he just left. Actually left. The viewers in her live stream chat were just as confused by Ryan's exit. Like her, they'd assumed the Porsche guy was trying to hit on the streamer. But he genuinely treated her like a hired driver? This. Too savage, right? Porsche Bro just walked off? Little streamer, go check. He's probably waiting by the elevator. Honestly, I'm floored. So Porsche Bro's already swimming in women? Little streamer's out of the game. Don't ask, it's fate. I'm dying, freaking fate. How big's the shadow in the little streamer's heart right now? Fox Spirit got crushed again. Mao Yi-Yang glanced at the comments while heading toward the elevator, her emotions a mess. Part of her hoped Ryan was waiting, part of her didn't. With that tangled mindset, She reached the elevator. It was empty. The situation left her chat reeling, marveling at how savagely she'd been played. Moderators, take note. These doggo viewers are getting too cocky. I'm not having it. Mao yi young ho fet. Unless you dogs shower me with gifts. I'm not cheering up. Straight up begging for gifts. Demonis. Couldn't scam Portia Bros gifts. So now you're scamming us poor ghosts? Goals. Before Mao Yi-young could throw more shade, her phone buzzed with a call. Seeing guild operations on the screen, her expression shifted. She took a deep breath and answered. Is this Mao Yi-young? This is Kiwi from guild operations. The guild scheduled you for a guild battle at 10 p.m. tonight. You need to win at least 2 rounds. A female voice, identifying as Kiwi, said. Mao Yi-young asked, what if I don't win 2 rounds? If you don't, your base pay gets cut starting next month, Kiwi replied. Your engagement's too low, barely over 1,000 yuan a week, way below the guild's requirements. Mao Yi-young Siget. She'd leveraged her looks to land a decent streaming contract, but stipulated that if her engagement didn't meet standards, the guild could adjust her base pay. Got it. I'll head back to prep for the stream, she said. For this streaming gig, Mao Yi-young, a second-year college student, had rented an apartment and invested in a high-end PC. She'd only been streaming for 2 months and hadn't recouped her costs yet. Back at Tianhu Residential Complex, Ryan got home. He wasn't sure if it was the system's influence, but his alcohol tolerance seemed way up. 6 beers, and he wasn't even tipsy. After a thorough face wash, Ryan flopped onto his bed and opened Tiger Tooth Live, quickly finding Mao Yi-young's stream. She'd already ended her outdoor broadcast. This little streamer's back already? Ryan wondered. He typed a question in her chat. Why'd you stop the outdoor stream? His Tiger Tooth account, Liang Renwei Gue, was a basic free-to-play account. Not a VIP, not a fan, just a standard freeloader. In bigger streamers' rooms, or even moderately popular ones, a free account's question would be ignored. But Mao Yi-young's stream? Only 9 VIP seats. Even accounting for free accounts like Ryan's not taking VIP spots, her popularity was painfully low. Didn't she have over 30 VIPs earlier? Ryan typed another message with his free account. Streamer, it's pretty dead in here, huh? Seeing his question, Mao Yi-young replied. Welcome. Big bro Liang Renwei Gue. I ended the outdoor stream because I've got a guild battle coming up. And because of that, my big bros have already dipped. In the streaming world, a guild battle was a money-throwing showdown. Normally, during these battles, some fans would go offline to avoid being milked dry by the streamer. Mao Yi-young, streaming under the handle No Fox Spirit, had the sultry charm of a fox spirit in the flesh. Watching her on the screen, Ryan was certain she wasn't using any beauty filters. After all, he'd just seen her in person an hour ago. Can you sing, streamer? Ryan typed casually. Sorry, big bro husband not home. I'm no good with music. Can't sing, Mao Yi-young replied. How about dancing? Ryan followed up. She answered, if radio exercise counts as dancing, then yeah, I can dance. Ryan was speechless. Radio exercise as dancing? Next level. Big bro husband not home still there? Mao Yi-young asked, noticing Ryan hadn't typed for a minute. What's up? Ryan responded. Could you big bro husband not home? Toss me a leaderboard spot? Just 1 yuan gets you a fan badge and a VIP seat, she said. Ryan snorted. A 93-point beauty like Mao Yi-young, begging for a single yuan? Was she that stingy? Real talk. On a rainy day, if a 1 yuan coin fell in the mud, who'd even bother picking it up? Sorry, nocas, no dice. Just a free-to-play guy. Ryan replied. In reality, his Tiger Tooth account was sitting on 1,000,000 yuan, equivalent to 1,000,000 yuan in real money. Seeing his response, Mao Yi-young kept a straight face but sighed inwardly. When she first started streaming, she thought her sultry looks would make her a star in no time. But diving into the industry, she quickly learned it wasn't that simple. To become a top streamer, you needed either company backing or a whale sponsor. Company resources? Not easy to come by. Not at all. To get them, you'd have to sign harsher contracts and accept whatever conditions the higher-ups threw at you. Worse, any resources the company gave, you'd have to pay back. And whale sponsors? In the streaming world, 8 out of 10 whales were company plants. The rest usually had fixed streamers they supported. Sure, some whales might toss a bit of cash your way, but soon after, they'd slide into your DMs with all sorts of demands. A whale who'd drop tens or hundreds of thousands of yuan with no strings attached. Better buy a lottery ticket or dream on. Maybe I'm just not cut out for streaming, Mao Yong thought bitterly. Her no-fox spirit. Hannah was really just her way of reminding herself she wasn't that kind of girl. At 10 p.m. sharp, the first round of the guild battle kicked off. Mao Yong glanced at her 8 VIP seats. 2 of them were still Company Planet fans, including a few new accounts. She probably had just over 20 viewers. The situation, tanker mood. If I lose this guild battle, I'm done, she decided quietly. Without the company's base pay, relying on 5,000 yuan in monthly donations, down to about 1,500 after taxes, for 4 hours of streaming a day, why bother with that misery? Hi, I'm Little Rain from the Moonlit Charm Guild. So happy to PK with you. You're gorgeous. Little Rain, her opponent, greeted cheerfully. Mao Yong snapped back to focus and replied, Hi, I'm No Fox Spirit from the Allure Guild. You're super pretty too. Excited to PK with you. In Little Rain's stream, her VIP seats topped 100, and her weekly leaderboard was at 5,600 yuan, clearly outclassing Mao Yong. Little Rain, after checking Mao Yang's stream with a side account, saw her pitiful leaderboard and sparse VIPs. She smirked inwardly. This round was a free win. It really was a slaughter. Mao Yong said, Sorry, I don't have any talents. Can't sing, can't dance, and my jokes suck. Shall we just start? Little Rain choked, caught off guard. She'd been a bit worried. Mao Yong was stunning, and she feared her own wails might get distracted. But now, crisis averted. As the gift PK began, Little Rain's gift bar shot up, crushing Mao Yang's to the bottom. The 10-minute PK dragged on. By minute 8, Mao Yong had scraped together about 20 yuan in gifts, while Little Rain was over 500. Just then, a Duke-level account entered Mao Yang's stream. But the username gave it away. Tyrant only loves Little Rain. Ryan popped into Little Rain's stream to check. This was her top whale, dropping over 5,600 yuan on her weekly leaderboard. Thanks for the round, sis. Appreciate the support. Tyrant only loves Little Rain typed. Tossing a 100 yuan airplane gift in Mao Yang's stream before immediately jumping to Little Rain's and dropping a 1,000 yuan rocket. Ryan frowned at this, shooing the beggar move. He had 1 million yuan in his Tiger Tooth account. After all, facing the charity move from Tyrant only loves Little Rain. Mao Yong swallowed her irritation and put on a grateful front. Thanks for the medicine money, big bro Tyrant. Medicine money was just a face-saving term in the streaming world. Some streamers begged for donations under that guise. After all, money's money, right? That's some next-level acting. Ryan typed from his account. Mao Yong saw his message. With her mind already set on quitting streaming, she didn't hold back. Yeah, it's a bit fake, but it's money. Do whatever you want with it. Money lets you do whatever you want. Ryan shot back. Obviously, Mao Yong Ripley it. Ryan teased. Then I want to do whatever with you, streamer. Mao Yong played along. Does big bro husband not home have the cash for that? Ryan glanced at the PK timer. 30 seconds left and didn't hesitate. He dropped 2 treasure maps. The priciest gift on Tiger Tooth, each worth 5,000 yuan. 2 treasure maps, 10,000 yuan, flipped the PK in an instant, securing the first round of the guild battle from Mao Yong. On Tiger Tooth, every treasure map triggered a platform-wide announcement and came with random rewards like Tiger Tooth golden beans, penguin coins, or silver beans to draw on viewers. As the 2 treasure maps landed, Mao Yang's viewer count skyrocketed past 100,000, with VIP seats jumping over 200. Mao Yong stared at the treasure maps raining down, gasping, whoa. Treasure maps. 2 treasure maps. Thank you, big bro husband not home. You're the GOAT. Invincible. Thanks, big bro. This little streamer's got nothing to repay you with but some cute vibes. Please carry me through the next round. Mao Yong was over the moon. She hadn't expected a random free-to-play account to drop 2 treasure maps, 10,000 yuan, worth 2 or 3 months' salary for many. In stark contrast, Little Rain's stream was a gloom fest. Her face betrayed her frustration. She thought this round was a freebie, only to get spectacularly flipped. Don't be mad, Rain. We'll crush the next round. Tyrant typed. They're just showing off. 1 treasure map would have been enough to win. 2 was a waste, he added. Little Rain read Tyrant's messages, trying to calm herself. Big bro Tyrant, can we win the next round? Guild battles were best of 3. If Little Rain lost the next round, she'd be out. Big bro Tyrant, we have to win. If we don't make it through the first round, I won't get any platform promotions next month. That'd be brutal. Little Rain said, playing up the pity card. Tyrant replied instantly, "Don't worry, we've got this." Seeing Little Rain's message, Tyrant grinned. If he could get her to meet up, everything else would fall into place. He responded, "Relax. We're winning for sure." With Tyrant's promise and her own hints, Little Rain felt confident about the second round. She reconnected with Mao Yong and spoke first. "Big sis, ready to start?" Mao Yong had no objections. The previous round's win, thanks to 2 out-of-nowhere treasure maps, was beyond her expectations. Would another miracle happen this time? Before she could work, Ryan, Tyrant, only loves Little Rain, popped in her stream again, typing aggressively. "Husband not home. Can you stop sniping? Dropping gifts in the last 30 seconds. What's that about? Got the guts to fight fair." He continued, "Round 2's ours." Tyrant, say it, I do it. Step up if you dare." Ryan read Tyrant's taunts and didn't bother responding. If Tyrant was really loaded, he'd have dropped gifts right after losing the first round instead of running his mouth. Mimicking the first round, Ryan dropped 2 more treasure maps, holding the lead in gifts, then typed a single. He hadn't said a word, but Tyrant was fuming, teeth gritted. Seeing Ryan's 2 treasure maps, Tyrant jumped back to Little Rain's stream, grit his teeth, and dropped 3 treasure maps, overtaking Mao Yong. But before Tyrant could gloat, Ryan tossed 2 more treasure maps, pulling ahead of Little Rain by nearly 5,000 yuan. Regular viewers switched to full-on spectating mode. 2 leaderboard whales duking it out with treasure maps. Normal folks throwing gifts wouldn't even register, and they'd feel invisible. At this point, streamers only had eyes for the whales. Small gift from regular viewers barely mattered. And now, Tyrant only loves Little Rain caught Little Rain's hint loud and clear. He'd already dropped 3 treasure maps, 15,000 yuan. Stopping now would be like tossing that money into the river. Gritting his teeth, Tyrant threw in 2 more treasure maps, overtaking Mao Yong by about 5,000 yuan in gifts. Ryan watched Tyrant's move and smirked, muttering, "One last struggle, huh?" With that, he tapped his phone screen and dropped 4 treasure maps, 20,000 yuan in one go. Mao Yong stared at the PK gift bar as 8 treasure maps racked up 40 million PK points. She cheered wildly. "Big bro husband not home is too OP. Insane. Am I dreaming? Did I just get a goddess-level experience card?" This little streamer finally landed a whale? Mao Yong said, stunned. Ryan typed, "You guys keeping up or what?" "I'm waiting." Mao Yong immediately got cocky. "Little sis, my big bro husband not home's asking if your big bro Tyrant's still in the game." In the streaming world, money was king, and it showed to the extreme. As long as you had cash and were willing to spend, you were the boss. Take Mao Yang's smug attitude right now. Because Ryan was throwing money her way, her status instantly outranked Little Rain's. Even if Little Rain was seething inside, she had to play along for now. Not happy. Simple. Just throw more money, outspend the other side. And talk louder. What's so hard about that? Facing Mao Yang's taunt, Little Rain's expression stiffened. She had no choice but to plead, "Big bro Tyrant, let's push a bit more. Even if we can't catch up, we gotta try." Little Rain saw Ryan drop 4 more treasure maps and felt her heart sink. She knew Tyrant's limits. On a normal week, he'd spend about 5,000 yuan. Even during guild battles, he could maybe stretch to 10,000. Now, with 5 treasure maps, 25,000 yuan, she doubted he could keep up. Even with her hints, she knew this was beyond his reach. And that's exactly how it played out. Faced with Ryan's taunt through Mao Yong, Tyrant didn't respond. He logged out, switching to a guest account to watch the PK anonymously. After Tyrant logged off, Little Rain messaged him privately. She didn't blame him. Instead, she comforted him. After all, even in defeat, he dropped 25,000 yuan for her. And he was still her top whale. She had to keep that relationship tight. "Congrats on a win, big sis. Your whale crushed us hard. Can he spare some medicine money?" Little Rain's hurting. Little Rain played the pity card, not caring about pride. It was real money, after all. Begging for medicine money? Why not? Ryan shot back directly. No habit of tossing coins to beggars. Mao Yong didn't relay Ryan's exact words, softening it instead. "Sorry, little sis, my big bro says he doesn't do medicine money." Little Rain, lurking in Mao Yang's stream with a side account, saw Ryan's message but could only stew in silence. She was losing. Swallowing her pride was the only option. After the PK ended, Mao Yong immediately poured on the gratitude. "Thank you, big bro husband not home. I'm so hyped. I actually got 10 treasure maps. She was genuinely thrilled. 10 treasure maps meant 50,000 yuan, with 15,000 landing in her pocket. Big bro husband not home. Thank you for carrying me through the first guild battle round. Anything you want your little fox to do. Mao Yi Young Joet. Laying on the charm. Ryan thought for a second and typed. Your singing's off key, so no songs. You said you can dance, so do a radio exercise routine. He added. Savage. Holy crap. Big bro's too wild. Radio exercise is peak cool. What's going on? Dropping 10 treasure maps just to see radio exercise? Newbie here. Someone explain why this whale's obsessed with radio exercise. Mao Yi Young S Moit Tweetjet. Someone actually wanted to see radio exercise? Big bro husband not home. You messing with me? She asked cautiously. Didn't you say you can do radio exercise as dancing? Ryan typed. Get to it. He followed up. Mao Yi-young hesitated, but Ryan had dropped 10 treasure maps, 50,000 yuan. If she didn't fulfill this reasonable request, her streaming career might be toast. Who'd keep throwing gifts if they got no perks after spending that much? Some female streamers would do a squat or S-squat for just 6.6 yuan in gifts. Ryan's 50,000 yuan? That was massive. All right, big bro, husband not home. Radio exercise it is. Mao Yi-young agreed. Help the streamer No Fox Spirit wins 6 rounds of guild battles. Task reward. Receive rewards based on the degree of task completion. Penalty for failure. None. Reading the task details from the lifetime luck system, Ryan silently marveled. This was truly a lifetime luck system. Ordinary people could only dream of tasks like this. No penalty for failure? That's the jackpot life, right there. Big bro Liang Renwei Gue, you still there? Mao Yi-young called out as the second round of the guild battle was about to start. Hey, kick! Big bro Liang Renwei Gue, you gone? She called again. She noticed Ryan's account was still in her VIP seats. Was he just AFK? The chat lit up with comments. After Ryan's 10 treasure map bombardment, her stream now had over 100 VIP seats, though most were just passers-by, not actual fans. Typing with both hands to prove my innocence. No Fox Spirit? Total scam. Holy crap. This fox is too seductive. Even radio exercise feels flirty. Can't take it. Can't take it anymore. Where's Big Bro Liang Renwei Gue? Go, go, go. Summon Big Bro Liang Renwei Gue. Protect this fox for another round and make her do more radio exercise. Bold demon. Show your true form. Great heavenly dragon. Real talk. This fox could tempt even Ksiddhartha Bodhisattva. I'm already crumbling. This poor monk's already requested to leave the mountain. This humble monk's filing for secularization. Ryan snapped back to attention, checked his phone, and typed. Done dancing already? I just stepped away for a sip of water. His message got roasted in the chat. You hearing this guy? Savage. Savage as hell? Big bro's really big bro. Tells her do radio exercise, then dips for water. Little streamer's crying now, right? Fox, look at my top whale. I'm a big streamer now. Mao Yi-young saw Ryan's message and was speechless. This guy was too savage. Making her do radio exercise and then bailing? His vibe suddenly reminded her of someone. Big bro Liang Renwei Gue. What's the plan for round 2? She probed. Mao Yi-young had been ready to quit streaming, but now a wild whale had shown up. How could she pass up this chance? If she could stay in the streaming game, who'd want to leave? Take now, for instance. She'd made 15,000 yuan in just half an hour. Wasn't that sweet? If there hadn't been a task from the lifetime luck system, Ryan might have bounced to check out other female streamers or gaming streams. Maybe hire a jungle pro, pick their champ, and let them carry like a dog. That kind of treatment? Pure bliss. The enemy team would be like, you got parents up there? The jungler. Yup, that's my dad playing. But with the system's task and rewards tied to completion, Ryan wasn't about to pass it up. He typed, keep going. Mao Yi-young Smiled, Satisfiet. A wild whale dropping 10 treasure maps right off the bat. Industry experience told her this guy wasn't short on cash. The types who spent company money or sold their house to flex. They weren't this carefree. Plus, they'd have been making demands by now, but Ryan hadn't even asked for her WeChat. Round 2 of the guild battle kicked off with another streamer connecting. Big sis across the way. I'm Little 7 from the Dream Guild. So excited to PK with you. Little 7 introduced herself, then gasped. Whoa, big sis, your top whale's insane. First time badge holder and already 50,000 yuan on the leaderboard? You planning to burn through this guild battle? Maui Lil Assis. My top whale's going hard today. Your fox thinks her top whale big time. As she spoke, Little Seven chimed in. Big bro Liang Renwei Gue, let's be friends. Come visit Little Seven stream. I can sing, dance, and play all sorts of flirty games. This blatant whale poaching made Mao Yiyang bristle. She forced a smile and said, Little sis, let's start the stream. She hit the PK button. Whale sniping wasn't uncommon in streaming. What if you actually nabbed one? Big bro husband, you've never seen me sing or dance, have you? Mao Yiyang asked, playing the pity card. Ryan typed, was just about to check out the other side. They've got singing, dancing, and some flirty games. I am curious. Whoa, big bro husband, have mercy. I'll learn to sing. I'll learn to dance. Just give me some time. Mao Yiyang pleaded chutily. As the gift PK started, Ryan didn't hesitate, dropping one treasure map and typing. One treasure map to calm you down first. If your singing's that off-key, it'd be a voice to kill. In Little Seven's stream, her top whale, Sunday Lover, had just over 10,000 yuan on her leaderboard. Seeing Ryan's instant treasure map, he typed without hesitation. Little Seven, their whale's too strong. I can't keep up. Let's call this round a wash. We've still got the revival round. Dropping 5,000 yuan on a treasure map and just giving up? What? Got a money mine at home?